Welcome to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. Yes, let's get into it, folks. The preview show, round 2 of the footy. Yes, let's get into it. And it starts off tonight, Thursday night footy. It's the Knights versus the Dolphins. Well, both teams looking to go. Knights looking to go back-to-back, and the Dolphins looking to get their first win for the season. The Saviti brothers, will they make a late swap and play for the other teams and fool us all? But all joking aside here, both teams are basically full strength apart from maybe Fanugi. I can't say his name, but out for the Dolphins. But yes, well, let's look at 3-1 is the record for the Knights over the Dolphins so far. But most of these games have been close, so 12 and under is potentially a good bet here for the punters out there. I expect the Knights to be better overall than they were last week. They were pretty poor, especially with the fumbling the ball. Knights forwards to step up. But for the Dolphins, they have a very good pack. But can Katoa and Marshall King run them around, lead them around? Because they have the Farnworth and the hammer to get the tries. Just a matter of not whether they can get it done. But to me, I think the Knights will get this one done by 8 points. Warriors versus Manly, Friday night, Mount Smart, sell-out crowd. Can they get it done? The question is, I very much doubt it. This could potentially be a bloodbath game. They've made no changes to Warriors. I think Roger Fullback should be the fullback, and if they do not win this week, I think he'll be there. But you have to say Andrew Webster's stuck to his guns. He's stuck with the same team. He's expecting a change in performance this week. So you have to condemn him for that. It's just not the team I would select, and a lot of people wouldn't select, but it doesn't mean they can't win. I mean, I can see Luke Metcalf and Chanel getting there. Don't get me wrong. There's no doubt I think they could get there, but it could be they get there when it's too late in the season. That's the question mark you have to ask yourself there. They need more out of Wade Egan, that's for sure. If I look at what I see from this team, Tuapiki could be in for a big, could be in for a nightmare. Same with Ali, because they're inexperienced taking on a team like Manly. It could be disaster, especially when you look at the record Manly have over the Warriors. Manly won 26 and Warriors have only won 13 in their head-to-head games. Manly won 62% of the games here in Mount Smart. And you look at the back line of Turbo, Garrick, Saab, Kohler, Hopewadi, Luke Brooks, and DCE. It's absolutely outstanding. But where the Warriors potentially have more talent is in the in the forward pack. But are they too pedestrian? That is the question mark you have to ask is healthy. Is there any Warriors player that can go sideways, make a bit of a dent to confuse the defense? That's going to be the question mark for all Warriors fans out there. But yes, the Warriors, is it going to be? They probably will play better, but probably still lose. That's the way I'm going to say. I think the Warriors will play better, but I still think Manly just got too much class around. But if the Warriors do somehow win this game, then you'd have to say they're definitely a chance for the top 8, because if you can beat Manly, you're a good team. We will see if the Warriors bounce back. Let's hope they bounce back, but I'm not seeing it. Panthers or Roosters on Friday night. Well, a CommBank. Well, I think there's going to be one-way traffic, folks. Panthers 30+, absolutely. They're going to win easily. Victor Radley out. Brian Toho in for Penrith. I mean, it's just all signs lead to a big one for Panthers. Billy Smith potentially can come into the side, trying to return it. And the interesting point here, not many people are talking about it because of the Dylan Brown saga, but Blaze Talagi is not getting a game, not even in the 22. What's happening here, folks? Is he even going to be in the side this season? Maybe just at Origin time and that's it. Just interesting. Going to watch that space with this player. Will he get his reps? Will he get into the team? We will see. Because they were expecting him to play number 6 and now he's not. So question marks on where his future lies if he doesn't get much game time in this season. The Roosters have a 64% win record at this crowd. So there you go, folks. Maybe there's something for the Roosters fans out there that they can win. But Penrith have won 20. I think the last, don't know what it is, ridiculous 20 games or something ridiculous. 20 and Penrith have won 28 to the Roosters 20 overall head to head. So it looks all smooth sailing for a big win for the Panthers, I believe, in this one. Let's go to Dragons and Rabbitohs on Saturday afternoon. This is an interesting one because everything probably leans towards the Dragons here on the stats. But I think the Rabbitohs, the bounce back factor, Wayne Bennett, baby, everyone's riding them off. He loves being in that situation and they get it done. Let's just have a look. 61% win record for the Dragons at this venue with only 25% here for the Rabbitohs, so it doesn't sound good. Cook and Guffo, and they potentially passed their best, and that's why I had Dragons for the wooden spoon. We will see if they can bounce back after disappointing performances. Campbell Graham was outstanding. Also, like Jamie Humphries keeps his spot, and Lewis Dodd doesn't get in. Was it a big mistake signing Lewis Dodd? We will see. And we'll see if Jamie Humphries leads up to his potential. Lachlan Ilias needs to step up with Cookie, playing against their old clubs. Can they do it and potentially get over Wayne Bennett? This is, again, a game that either team can win, to be honest. It's nothing with confidence, but I'm going to go for the Rabbitohs by 1. Now, for Saturday night, the Cowboys versus the Sharkies. Yes, the Cowboys versus the Sharkies. Well, normally it's a tough place to go to Townsville, but this team, the Sharks, love it. 4 wins out of 5 there, 80% record. Wowza. And this is the bogey team for the Cowboys. The Sharks are 136 and the Cowboys only 19. So yes, the Cowboys need a lot of work. Jason Tomalolo back in the team. But there's a lot of pressure on Payten after he dropped nanai, especially if they don't get the result. The Sharks are pretty much 1-17. And I think the Sharks will get home in this one by about 12. Raiders versus the Broncos. This is a good old grudge match of the 90s. But can the Canberra Raiders come up to that level of the 90s? Because it looks like the Broncos are a star-studded team from the 90s from their squad. Broncos overall record of 23 wins to 16 wins head-to-head over the Raiders. Broncos have won their last 2 games. But at the venue, 58% record for the Canberra Raiders and only 41% for the Broncos. So the Broncos don't seem to like the cold, so maybe there's a chance for the Raiders fans to upset here. Xavier Savage, Hopewadi in, Tapane's out, sees Papali'i go to the start, and Matty Nicholson gets his debut for the Raiders, or NRL debut. And the Broncos are 1-17, and let's be honest, I think the Reynolds-Hunt combination is just going to be the difference in this game, and the Broncos win by 12 for mine. Eels versus the Tigers. Yes, the Battle of the West. Roll! Let's get it on. Yes, this could be a big game in terms of the wooden spoon factor, to be honest. Whoever wins this game could stop themselves getting the wooden spoon. Very big game for both of these teams. The Eels have dominated over the course of the winning 30 times to the 17 of the Tigers. A 36% win record for the Tigers here is not looking good compared to 62% of Eels winning at home. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, and to be honest, yeah, I'm not convinced that either team are going to be in the top 8. I don't think either team will make the top 8, but Koroisau and Bullaback might be the difference. It might be the difference between the 2 teams here, even though Sean Lane's back for the Eels. Question marks over their performance round 1, but you can have those bad ones. Yeah, to me it's a bit of a 50-50. It's a bit of a 50-50 game, this one. I'm just not sure where to go here, but I am tipping the Tigers by 2. Let's look at the final game of the round, folks. Yes, here on Sunday, where we see the Titans travel to Sydney to take on the Bulldogs. Yes, Titans have been here early on. Yeah, this looks like a 50-50 game in terms of both teams have won 12 wins each. So they against each other. They have good, close, tight games normally. Kieran Foran injured, sees AJ Brimson and Jaden Campbell come in for the first game of the year for the Titans. But will Carter Gordon get into the team the next month after he's had a few games in New South Wales Cup? We will see. But yeah, the Bulldogs were great for the first 60 minutes, and if they come up with that performance again, I think they're going to be too good. And I'm going to go the Bulldogs by 13. Anyway, that's Barry Charles Footy Show for this episode. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And soon enough, I will be in the new place. So whether it's the next video or the video after that, we will see you soon, and enjoy the rugby league over the weekend.